Okay, let's talk about jobs and immigrants. A local woman who you may recognize recently received an award and scholarships created in her name for helping immigrants start an industry that has created thousands of jobs. I first covered this story in the 1970s at a camp for immigrants in the High Sierra, and we've been following it ever since. Most of the Vietnamese immigrant families that now dominate the nail salon industry had no experience in this business before coming to America. Many of them learned the craft at this cosmetology school in Little Saigon, Orange County, California, where thousands of Vietnamese immigrants have been trained to work in nail salons across the country. In fact, Vietnamese owned and operated nail salons have become nearly a $100 million industry. But how did this happen? Immigrants transforming a business where they had no prior experience.
It all started with the godmother of the industry, Tippi Hedren. So back in 1975, as more and more people were starting to learn about the story, she sponsored 20 lucky Vietnamese immigrants out of the camp and sponsored them to go through a manicuring course.
There she is, the godmother of the Vietnamese nail industry, actress Tippi Hedren in 1975, on board with the Vietnamese boat people out in the South China Sea, where thousands of refugees were adrift after fleeing their war-torn country. In reaching out to help the boat people, Hedren's charity group actually rented a battleship.
We would take the people off their boats, bring them up on board, and feed them and give them fresh clothing, and they had showers, but because of international law, we had to put them back in their boats.
Once in America, the Vietnamese immigrants were taken to a refugee camp called Hope Village near Sacramento. There, Tippi Hedren encouraged the women to learn a skill, manicuring, so they could earn a living in America. The first graduating class from cosmetology school passed their tests and got their manicuring licenses.
What I so admired about these women is that they were not only good businesswomen, they were good with their hands, and they did not want to be a burden to the United States. None of them did, and none of them have been.
Tuan Le was a member of that first graduating class of Vietnamese nail technicians in Sacramento. Today, she's still in the nail salon business, working in Santa Monica, and remembering the woman who changed her life, Tippi Hedren.
She gave me love, she gave me hope, she gave me strength, and she led me to a future.
Tuan Le showed us a letter Tippi wrote to nail salons in California, asking them to hire the Vietnamese immigrants. It worked. They got jobs.
They were able to get a job immediately because they were good at it, really good at it. And yeah, we had a party.
Of course, those Vietnamese immigrants had never heard of Tippi Hedren, the Hollywood actress. Tippi at the time was a major star, working with famed film director Alfred Hitchcock in The Birds. She also starred in Marnie with Sean Connery. Before acting, Tippi was a successful fashion model and cover girl. But prior to all this glamour, Tippi grew up in Minnesota, where she was schooled in the Swedish Lutheran tradition of serving others, lessons she never forgot.
Tippi is not only a star in Hollywood, an incredible human being. What a wonderful American. What a wonderful ambassador to the world representing America. Truly typifies what America is all about. Welcoming of others into the country after a war. Helping with her heart.
Over the years, Tippi and those original manicurists have celebrated their success in helping to create thousands of jobs in this huge growth industry. The children of those original manicurists, second-generation Americans, have now become professionals in medicine, law, teaching, and business.
We are so thankful to Tippi Hedren for basically pioneering and starting off the group of Vietnamese immigrants to start off in this industry.
And here is your award.
Tippi has won awards and thanks from the Vietnamese immigrant community Recently, a scholarship fund of nearly $200,000 was created in her name. At that ceremony, Tippy talked about the experience of rescuing the boat people.
Knowing what they had lost, which was everything, and everything down to their country. They had taken everything that they could hold that could bring money to them onto these little boats. And of course, then there are the bad guys and the pirates who would raid these boats and take everything, rape the women, and I mean, nightmare situations.
Nowadays, Tippi Hedren has become well known for Shambhala, a sanctuary in California that creates a home for wild animals who have been abused or neglected. But helping those Vietnamese refugees is Tippi's proudest accomplishment.
All I wanted to do was give those darling women who I grew so much to love a career, a future, you know, something to look forward to, something to take care of their children. You know, and it was a flying success.